All right, good afternoon, 602. How we doing?
Good. Oh, you're outside. Okay. That's
Good.
So are you on your phone? If you are, I understand why your camera wouldn't do that.
Okay.
But it looks like you have a good connection.
All right, Lorena just entered. All right, so we're gonna get started. We hope that everyone had a great lunch. Hope that you guys are rested and ready to tackle today's lesson of the day. So today we're gonna be working with dividing fractions. Mr. R, let me know when you're ready. We are going to show you a 2-minute video on dividing fractions. Then we're going to go over our learning target, go over some vocabulary words, go over some model problems with you, go over some remote problems. Then after we do that, oh, Haley's in. After that, we then are going to offer additional support for those that need help in a breakout room. Those that understand will not go. And then at that point, you'll be able to do your independent work and your exit ticket. And if you finish everything and it's to our satisfaction without any questions, you then can begin your I-Ready. Sound like a plan? That's today's day. Good? All right, so I'm gonna present the screen, show you the 2-minute video, and then we're gonna get started. So let's do this, 602, let's go. Here we go, let's pump it up, the last class of the day. You know what they say. They say they save the best for last. Here it goes. All right, just give me 1 second. Here is our video. Pay attention. Oh, you guys need to be taking notes.
To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide 1/2 by 1/6. Keep, change, flip. 1 times 6 is 6 and 2 times 1 is 2. It's an improper fraction, so we're not through. Divide 6 by 2 and the quotient is 3. Keep, change, flip. It's all that you need. To divide by a fraction is a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide by a fraction is a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide 2/5 by 1/5. Keep, change, flip. 2 times 5 is 10, 5 times 1 is 5. It's an improper fraction, so you need to divide. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. We divide by fractions, this is what we do. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip may seem to work magically, but it can be explained mathematically. With the number 10, we can divide by 2, and that will leave 5 in each group. Or we can find that 5 through a different path by multiplying 10 by 2, flip to 1/2. It's the trick that never fails, called keep, change, flip. It's real magic, so use this tip.
We understand with these problems we love, because we know division means has how many roots of.
Let's explore that thought. How many groups of fourths does 1/2 got? 2 fourths fit into 1/2 perfectly, and we found the quotient mentally. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip. To divide by a fraction, here's a tip. Keep, change, flip.
Hope everybody remember that.
For exclusive content, lesson
Awesome
materials,
video.
and more.
All right, guys.
Now that we have that out the way, we're about to start our lesson on what? I'll tell you what. Keep, change, flip. So,
Love it. Let's
Let's
hit
do
the
it.
road, kids. All right, here we go. Just give me 2 seconds. I had a little glitch here. All right, here's our work. Here it goes. All right, so if you haven't figured it out today, we're doing a lesson, as Mr. R said, on keep, change, flip it. All right, Arlenis, can you read our learning target? Can you read our learning target, lesson notes? And then Daniela, you're gonna read the vocab words for us, please. Here it comes. Just give it 1 second.
Too many things open, Miss Canella. It's going laggy.
I'm sorry. All right, Arlenis, whenever you're ready, learning target up to the word arms for us, please.
Learning target. I can interpret and compute quotients of a fraction by using visual fraction models and equations to represent problems.
Good.
And the lesson notes, please. Can you read that sentence, the 2 sentences for us?
Today's Rebecca Spartans, we will reviewing division with fractions and visuals. We will go over our old common core questions and practice our skills by annotating and using ARMS, A-R-M-S.
So what are we going to be doing today, Arlenis?
Using ARMS.
What are we going to be learning?
Our old common core questions.
Well, what's the skill we're going to learn? We just saw a video.
Reviewing the division with fractions.
Good. Daniela, can you read the important vocabulary words, please? There's 3 of them.
Quotient is an answer to division problems. Multiplicative inverse is a number that the multiplicative inverse of another number if the product of 2 numbers is 1. Reciprocal. There are too many words I don't know how to pronounce.
It's okay. That's multiplicative.
Multiplicative inverse of a number with fractions, the numerator and denominator are switched.
Another word for reciprocal is flipping, a flip, invert, flip, okay? There are 4 steps on dividing fractions, and we're going to model it for you here and in our work. So the first step, can I have, Angie, can you read step 1? What do we do?
Step 1, keep the first number and fraction.
So let's pause there. You're going to be a reader. So we have 3/4. We're keeping 3/4. That's step 1. Can you read step 2?
Step 2, change the division sign to a multiplication sign.
So if you look here, the dividing sign, the division sign, we bring the arrow down, change for C, we change it to multiplication. Step 3, please.
Step 3, do the reciprocal of the right side flip.
Okay, so if we look, the reciprocal is always going to be your second fraction on the right. You're going to flip it, reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 2/7 would be 7/2. So we change division to multiplication, and then we do the reciprocal. And number 4, what does it say to do?
Number 4, multiply the numerators and simplify if needed.
Okay, so we're going to multiply our numerators, which are what, Angie? What are the numerators in 3/4 times 7/2?
3, 7.
Good, so 3 times 7 would give me the 21, which means 4 times 2 are my denominators, which give me 8. But sometimes you might see the answer as an improper fraction, and sometimes you might see it as a mixed number. So in this example, 21/8, that's an improper fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator. So what we need to do is we want to convert this into a mixed number because you could see that on a question. They might ask you what that would be equal to. So we know that a fraction is division. So 8 is the divisor from the other day, the outside, and the 21 is the dividend. So Isabella, how many times does 8 go into 21 about? Somebody help her out.
How many times does 8 go into 21? She got it. She thinks she's writing it down, or should not. She should be talking.
If not, we got Alan ready. He's got the pencil tapping.
Alan, what's up? Talk to me. Alan?
So what I was doing on like my paper, I was doing 8 minus 21. I mean, I was doing 8 divided by 21.
Which is?
And so far, I had 5 left because because 8 times 2 is 16, and 8 times 3 would be too much.
Bingo. So now that we have that, what's the mixed number?
The mixed number would be 8 with
Think again.
The,
Work your way around starting from the top and then around.
So it'll be 2/5.
mhm,
Ooh,
The
five,
midpoint
right?
being 8.
There
mhm.
you go.
Oh,
That's
it'll
it.
be 2.
Good job, Alan. I'm giving you credit for that today. You take forward.
Do you want to just show them, Mr. R, how you convert 2 and 5/8 back to 21
Yeah,
over 8?
we use this MAD method, right? So MAD stands for multiply, add, and then keep the denominator. So what you do is Arlenis, go ahead.
Can I show him how to do it?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so the whole number that you get is the what's it
Okay,
called?
8 times 2 is what?
What?
8 times 2 is what?
16.
Plus 5?
Uh, 21.
Okay, and then you keep the denominator, which is what?
21 over 8.
Perfect. You realize that guys get the improper fraction that you first started with. Can I do another one really quickly, Miss Canella? What happens if we had 3/4 times 7?
What was it? 3/4 times 7?
Yeah, and we don't have the 2 in the bottom. How would I do that problem? 3/4 times 7. Let's say our first number is the keep. We have 3/4 times 7, right? We did the whole thing. What do we put on the bottom of 7?
4.
When you see a whole number, guys, what does the denominator always have to be when you make it a fraction?
Joseph answered it. Joseph is correct. 7 over 1. Yes, Joseph. And the reason that you do that, guys, is because you have to convert it into a fraction in order to solve it. Are we clear?
Yes.
Thumbs up if you understand that. I want to see thumbs up all over the screen. Let's go. Isabella, are you stuck? Are you confused? Okay. Got a thumbs up. Daniela, you got that? I don't see thumbs up from that. Oh, Alan, you good? Okay. Mr. Haas, you got that? Thumbs up? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Mr.
can't-
Tyson,
Guys, I got a problem. I can't get this off.
use the bottom one. Use the bottom eraser.
This?
Click on the
I can
eraser.
Control Z a lot. I just Control Z too.
I did, and it doesn't go off. Look, I'm on it.
The bottom part of
No,
the
the
eraser.
bottom one.
The bottom what?
The bottom, there's 2.
One that says all annotations.
Yeah, Canal, I think you're drawing on Zoom. That one was drawn on the Zoom marker, not on the Cami.
Oh, I thought it was Cami.
No,
Because if it was drawn on Cami, then when you scrolled, it would stay. Yeah, that's why.
Thank you. I'm like, wait, because we've been having no problems all day. Okay.
It's because Cami, it stays on the document.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But now I'm frozen. I don't know. Let me reshare again. Hold on.
Happens.
Okay. Here we go. There we go. All right.
Next one, Miss Canella is Shay.
Shaylin, Mr. Dennis, the art teacher, has 2/3 gallon of paint to pour into containers. If he poured 1/8 gallon of paint into each, keyword each container, until he ran out of paint, how many containers have paint in them, including the one that is partially filled? So let's think about this, right? We have 2 numbers here. I'm gonna do this one. Mr. R is gonna do the next one. We have the number 2/3 here, and we have the number 1/8. We have the word here, each. We need to figure out what fraction are we going to keep, meaning which one will we not change? What's the first fraction?
There you go.
2/3.
Yes, the 2/3, right? What is the division sign changed to? What's the opposite of division?
Multiplication.
Excellent. And then the fraction that we're going to flip or do the reciprocal of is what fraction? What's the other fraction? We did the 2/3, and what's the other one? Shaylin?
Shay gonna ask the question by somebody else. Alan, pick it up. What's the next fraction?
It would be for the flip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would it be 1/8?
Perfect.
Yeah. Now, let's physically go do the math using keep, change, flip. So check this out. What do we do with the 2/3? Who's up, Mr. R?
Joseph.
Joseph, help us solve this problem. What do we do now?
Okay, so first we have to. Okay, so what part are we at right now? At this.
We rewrote, we took the word problem and we made it a division problem. Now we're gonna do the keep, change, flip. So what do we do next?
Okay, so we're gonna keep the 2/3 the way it is. We're gonna change the division sign into a multiplication sign, and then we have to turn 1/8 into a fraction greater than 1, which is 8/1.
You did a nice job. Finish.
And then we have to multiply the 2/3 by the 8/1. 2 times 8 is 16. And 3 times 1 is 3.
Now, Joseph, you got 16/3. Look at the answers. Are you done?
Nope.
What do you
still have to change. Still have to see what. You have to change it into a fraction greater than 1, like a mixed number.
So continue.
Okay, so first we have to divide 16 by 3. 16 goes into 3 5 times. That would be minus 15. 16 minus 15, that equals 1. So that'd be answer. Let's see.
What's the fraction? You got this 1 and a 3.
5 and 1/3.
All right, but hold on. Are we done yet, or we have to go back to the question?
I have to go back to the question and pick the right answer.
Okay, what does the question ask you?
It says each
Says how many?
How many
Mhm.
containers have paint in them?
Okay, so what is the whole number here in 5 and 1/3? What's the whole?
5.
Check this out. Look, I'm going to draw 5 squares, right? Sorry, they're a little uneven. 5 represents my whole number, right? Check this out. Let's do this. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. This represents 5, right, Joseph?
Mm-hmm.
Now I
Yes,
need
it
to
does.
get a third. So what do I have to add?
You have to add one more hole and then split into 3 parts. And
Good.
then shade in one of them.
So that means how many containers of paint do you need? Do you need 1, 3, 5, or 6, and why?
You need 5 containers since he ran out of paint, so he wouldn't have enough to build 6 containers of paint.
Wait, so you need 5, you said, or you need 6? I'm confused.
And 6.
Why 6?
Because it says how many containers have paint in them, and it says to include the one that's partially filled.
Does everyone? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Put in 6.
Perfect.
This is our answer.
Perfecto.
A lot of students, right, Mr. R, they've been picking 5 because they're forgetting about the remainder. When you go to a store, guys, you can't get a half a water bottle or half a container of paint. They round it to the next whole number. All right, Mr. R, you're up.
All right. Let you. I don't know, Miss Canelo. Pick one.
How about Alberry?
Barry, help me out, okay? So it says, Azalea ate 3/8 of a pizza pie. She split the rest into 8 slices with her friends. How many slices were given out? Now we're gonna identify this. I like doing a little trick, putting it on top of the first number. We put K.
Wait, hold on 1 second, Mr. R. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yep, I'm listening. Yep, keep going.
Right? We put K on top of the first number, then we put F on the second number. That way we know what we're doing, right? Now, it says, what fraction will we keep? Alberry.
3/8.
Perfect. And what fraction are we? Oh, wait, it says, what does the division sign change to? Right, we have the division sign. What do we have to change that to?
Multiplication.
Mhm.
Perfect. And then it says, what fraction will you flip? It's gonna look at you. Go up. Perfect. 1/8. Yes, good job. Now, really quickly, how can we said we keep 3/8? We change the division sign into multiplication. He said that. Now, what do we do to the last number? Alberry, what do we do to the last number? Say that again.
8/1.
Perfect. 8/1.
Diaz, I think there was a trick in this problem.
She ate 3/5.
Mr. Rudy?
Oh,
I heard you.
Did anyone catch this?
yeah.
Miss Canella just did.
Mr. Haas, you want to continue?
Yeah, Mr. Cos.
Oh, well, I don't know if anyone else saw that, but go up to the problem. It says she ate 3/4 of a pizza pie. She split the rest into 1/8 slices. So she's not splitting what she ate. She's splitting the rest of it. Did anyone else catch that?
Mm.
I did.
So Joseph, if she ate 3/8, then what does she still have?
Still has 5/8 of the
There-
pie.
There we go. That one was tricky. That almost got me.
So then what do we have to correct, guys, on Mr. Haas? What do we fix?
Mr. Haas?
Oh, I'm answering. Joseph, I was waiting for you. Joseph, I thought you had it. What are we correcting?
No, we have to correct the one. We have to correct the
You answered Mr. Haas's question, right? Where she ate 3/8 and she keeps the 5/8. So we were asking, the three of us were asking you, what do we have to correct? Because you answered Mr. Haas's question
we
like
have
that.
to correct the first fraction, the one we're gonna keep, since we have to change the 3 to a 5, since that's the remainder of the pizza that was not eaten.
Good.
Okay.
After we change that, continue the problem, Joseph. Finish it off.
Okay, so now we have to change 1/8 into 8/1. And then we have to multiply the fractions. So 5 times 8 is 40. And 8 times 1 is 8.
Okay, are we done?
Nope. We still have, now we have to divide these into, to make it into a mixed number. So 8 goes into 40 5 times. So that means we won't have the remainder.
We do or we don't have a remainder?
We
No.
don't.
We don't, right? So this 5, go back to the question. It says how many slices were given out? What does that 5 show?
The 5 shows the remainder of the pizza that was given out to.
Mm-hmm. How many slices were given out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone see that? Anyone have any questions for us? Now's your time to ask us. Remember, keep
Thumbs up if you understood that. Thumbs up. I got Angie, Joseph. I know you got it. Arlena, you got that? Okay. Isabella, where's Daniela? Daniela, you there? I got Alan. I got Shay. Did you understand that, Daniela? I'm assuming you didn't.
Sharpening a pencil.
Okay. Javon, you got that? Alberta, you got that? Lorena, everybody else got it? Okay. We got thumbs up across. The next one is gonna be Cynthia. Cynthia.
Ed, Cynthia, read it.
Anaya has 1 cup of yogurt to make smoothies. Each smoothie uses 1/2 cup of yogurt. What is the maximum number of smoothies that Anaya can make with the yogurt?
All right, this is all you, Anaya. I mean, Cynthia. Well, I said an I because of the and problem. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Okay, so we're gonna turn 1 and 5/8 into a fraction.
I want you to write it out just like so. Okay. Yeah. Right. And then walk me through the steps. You said the first one already. You said which one is the key?
The 1 and 1/3.
1 and 1/3 or one and
I
one.
mean 1 and 5/8.
Perfect. We keep that. Good. What are we changing?
The 1/3.
No, what are we changing? Not the flipping. What are we changing?
The division into multiplication.
Good. And then what are we flipping now?
The 1/3.
Bingo. Now that we have all three, I would like you to work through. We said that we have to change the next number into what?
Into a fraction.
What kind of fraction? Starts with an I.
In improper fraction.
There you go. Good. So how do we do that? Using MAD, right? What's 8 times 1?
8.
Hmm. Keep
Plus
going.
5?
8.
I know. Plus 5?
13.
13 over what? If we keep the same divisor.
18 over 8.
Good. Now we change the division sign into what?
Multiplication.
Good. After we do that, are we flipping? Yes, we are, right?
Yeah.
That comes
And
into what?
that be over 1.
Now, simple multiplication. What is 13 times 3? I see her working over there on her notebook.
No, I'm not.
13
Thirty
times 3.
nine.
39, yes? And then 8 times 1.
8.
Good. Are we done?
Now
Good. What's the next step?
you have to multiply 8. 8. No, you have to divide 8 divided by 38.
38, 39.
39.
So the way you say that is 39 divided by 8, and that would be what? How many times is 8 going to 39?
Look at your answer choices to help you out. 1, 4, 5, or 7. That's going to be your whole number.
4.
4, and that would be what? What's 8 times 4?
32.
Subtract it, what do we get?
7.
7, good. So now that we wrote that out, look at the answer choices. Can it be A? Can it be 1?
No.
Can it be 7?
No.
What do? We cross them out. We got 4 and 5. Now I want you to think about this. Look at the problem. Did it say consider the partial?
No.
No, it did not, right? It just says what is the maximum number. So how many numbers, or what's the maximum number of smoothies you can make?
You could make 4 and 7. 4 and 7/8.
Now think about that. What does that mean? If I have 8 over 8, that's a whole number, correct?
Yeah. So you're gonna have a
Oh, yeah.
remainder.
Exactly. So does that mean that I have the last cup?
No.
So how many cups do I have in total?
5.
Look at what Miss Canella drew. Miss Canella drew 5 cups. And she said we have the first one, we have the second one, we have the third one, we have the fourth one. The last one, we're missing a little bit of it, so we do not have a full what?
Do you have
We
a
don't
full,
have,
So,
do you have a full smoothie?
no, we have 1 whole smoothie. No, 4 whole smoothies and a half full smoothie.
Well,
a
they
partial.
will be more than that, right? So he's trying to ask you, are you able to make 4 smoothies with this recipe, or you're able to make 5 so that,
You're able to make 4.
right. Do you see why it's 4 though and not 5? Because a lot of students on the state exam in 2016 picked 5 because they rounded that up to the nearest whole. As Mr. R said, there were 8/8 in a whole. So we can only physically possibly make 4 of the smoothies because you need 1/8 more to fulfill that one.
Does that make sense to everybody? I want to see thumbs up if you understood that. That was a long one.
I don't know.
Thumbs up if you understood that. Thumbs up. I want to see them. If I don't see them, I'm going to go over it again.
Yeah, guys. Javon? I don't know what's going on. If you're with us, thumbs up, thumbs down. Dwight,
Yeah, I seen what you wrote earlier. You see how it was not 3, it was 4 instead? Because 8 times 4 is 32. You see that? All right. Keep up with us, man. Haley, how we doing?
all right, Mr. R. We have 2 left, and then
Dwight, how we doing? I know you can't see me, but you could definitely speak, sir. How we doing over there?
maybe he can do another one for us.
Dwight? If he's there. Dwight?
2 seconds. All right, here we go. All right, we're just gonna move on.
All right, let's go to Javon, actually. I want Javon to try this one.
Hey, Javon, can you read this?
The whole time, okay? So let's try this, okay?
Can you read it for us? It says Arterlin. Arterlin, you see it? Number 5. You gotta unmute yourself, young man. Hit the unmute button. Here, I asked for you to unmute.
Yeah, it works. I heard you before. Come on. You just don't want to speak. I get it. But I want to hear you speak. Come on.
He's not answering.
Okay, Lorena, can you help us out? Adeline will.
What does it say she uses? Lorena, can you read this for us, please? We'll help you out. Where are you? Where'd you go?
Yeah, girl. I'm trying to see.
If
Oh, her
not,
mic-
maybe
her
some-
mic not working.
Okay, there she is. Lorena, can you read it?
She's trying to, but we don't hear her. How about we have another
Yeah.
person? Isabella, read this for me, please. I know you're famous already, but you can read this for me. Go ahead.
Adderlin will use 1/3 gallon pitcher to fill an empty
3.
3/4 gallon water jug. How much water will she need in order to completely fill the water jug? Hint, use KCF.
Perfect. Now that we have KCF, we're going to write down 3 separate sections of KCF, and I want you to walk me through it, just like if you were doing on a regular independent practice. So we have K, C, and F. I want you to identify what is the K,
K is keep,
right? Which is what in this problem? What number?
1/3.
Perfect. Okay. And then what is the flip?
3/1.
3/4, right? We only write the 1 if it's a what? A whole number, right? In this case, that's a fraction. You see that? So that being said, walk me through it. I'm not gonna talk anymore. What are we keeping? We keep the 1/3, we bring that down, right? And now Isabella, what are we changing? Do we keep the division sign?
No, we turn it into multiply.
Perfect. And then we flip the next one, which is what?
4/3.
Perfect. Now what do we do?
We multiply 1/3 with 4/3,
And what do we
which
get?
is 4/12.
Wait, what's 3 times 3?
9.
There you go.
4/9. What does that show?
Is it A, B, C, or D?
B, MC.
There you go. C. Perfect. Everybody see how she got that? Pretty straightforward, right? Pretty easy. That you guys want to practice this KCF method because sometimes it gets confusing, right? If you do not write it out and you say, oh, well, we could just keep, change, flip anything. No, no, no. Write it out. The reason we want to write it out, that's why I encourage everybody to write it down in their notebooks now, because sometimes you're going to get confused. I had a student that was answering everything last class, and legit, when it came down to independent practice, I restarted it like 7 times because they got everything wrong. I'm not joking. So that's why I encourage you guys all to what? Practice. So I know that a lot of people mics are not working, so I hope that this person doesn't mind if I call on them again. Daniela?
Oh, I will put, okay, Javon said that if we tell him how to fix his mic, he definitely will do a problem.
Oh, really? Okay, so then
Send me a message.
I'll look it up and see what I can send you.
You want Daniela to do this one, Mr. R?
Yeah, but Javon, just a little FYI for you, sir. On the bottom right of your screen, you have accessories. If you go in there, you can definitely edit your settings of your microphone and your speaker. But that's the most I can tell you right now because we're in the middle of class. But after, I definitely will help you. Daniela, help me out.
Can you read it, Daniela, for us?
Okay. Michelle has planted seeds in 3/5 of the garden. She uses 1/2 pounds of seeds. How many pounds will she use for the entire garden?
Okay, so all you, no help. Can you tell us what to do? We forgot. Can you help us out?
Okay, so first we keep the 3/5. Then we change the division symbol into a multiplication symbol. And then we flip the 1/2.
Keep going. You're doing awesome. Good job. Good, Daniela.
I know that. Okay, we keep the 3/5, change the division sign to a multiplication one, and flip the 1/2 into 2 wholes.
Okay. Now what? Keep going. You're doing awesome.
5 times 1 is 5, so that's the denominator. And 3 times 2 is 6. But we aren't done since that's a improper fraction. So we have to divide 6 by 5. Since 5 can only go to 6 one time, the remainder is 1. So that makes 1 and 1/5.
1 1/5 what? What is the answer?
1 and 1/5 seeds for the entire garden.
Excellent.
Pounds of seeds.
Right. 1 1/5 pounds of seeds for the entire garden. Does everyone see how Daniela got that? Because if not, now's a good time to ask her before we go. If you need more help, you get help. If not, if everyone is with us, give us a thumbs up if you were with us on how she received 1 1/5, which is the same as 6/5 because you use MAD. Multiply the whole 1 times the denominator 5 is 5. Add the numerator 1, you get 6/5. Thumbs up if you're with us.
Good. We're right on time, actually, Ms. Canelo. Can you stop sharing?
I had a quick question, Mr. R.
Oh, for me or for them?
For them.
Okay, go ahead.
Arlenis, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this lesson today and why?
I would rate this lesson a 10 because I'm understanding this lesson a lot better than what I did. I think it was today.
I'm gonna
Today.
the second.
Okay.
So, Ms.
Danielle?
Canelo,
Yeah?
I'm gonna open up the independent practice.
Okay. Wait, sorry, before you do that, do you want to do the thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna do it.
So do you want me to do it or do you want to do it, the thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah. Thumbs up if you understood today's lesson.
Cynthia? I don't see any.
Thumbs aside if you think you still need help, that I could put you in a room with Ms. Canella for breakout rooms. Okay, Alan said yes. And I know Alan's question because I've seen it in the chat and it's a really good question.
Okay, yeah. So Alan, we just need Alan with me, that's it?
Anybody else want to go with Miss Canella? Javon wants to go with Miss Canella. Cynthia wants to go with Miss Canella. So can I have host, please, Miss Canella? That way I can set up this breakout room.
Sure.
In the meantime, your independent practice and exit ticket is open. I would only reset your independent practice only once. So what I advise you to do, remember all those notes that we took in class today? Well, I would advise you to look at it. There's also videos there for you guys too. But in the meantime, can I have that thumb rule again? If you put your thumb in the middle, I know that you want to go see Miss Canella. Leave it up. I'll tell you when to take it down. Okay. Miss Canella, go for it. Tell me who.
I only see Javon has his thumb sideways, Cynthia. Haley, I can't see your thumb, so I'm not sure if it's up or down. Okay. Lorena seems good. Alberry, thumb up, thumb down, and same with Shay. I can't see. Hold it higher. So I think it's just Javon and Cynthia. Alan, you're okay now, or do you want to come get your question clarified?
It's because Daniela in the chat answered my question.
Are you sure? Okay.
I like that you guys defend each other. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's awesome. Good work, guys. We're gonna get some.
Well, the rooms is open. I'll see you back in a jiffy. In the meantime, each and every one of
All right, you two are with me. Unmute yourself, providing it's quiet. Javon, you got to sit up though. All right. Let's go over what is the issue that we're having? Can somebody tell me, where do they feel like they're stuck? I need to know. You got to come off right now and talk to me.
No.
This one.
Oh,
So what is the issue here? Where do you feel stuck, guys?
when there's like a whole number and a fraction.
You mean a mixed number?
Yeah, mixed number and a
Okay,
fraction.
you're gonna see that when we go. Okay, so let me just, when you do your exit ticket, I'm gonna show you. So when there's a whole number, okay. So here, let me pull up this. Let me show you. Okay, let's forget about this question for a minute. Let's look at here. Let's look at, forget the question right now. Let's look at 5 and like 2/3. This is a mixed number, right? We need to convert this into improper. We're gonna use the MAD method. Multiply, add, and keep the divisor or denominator, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna multiply the whole number. What is the whole number here?
5.
5 times 3 is what?
15.
Then we're gonna add the numerator. 15 plus 2 is what?
17.
So 17 over 3. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, suppose I gave you this, 9, and you too, Javon. You can type this in the chat box. 9 and 2/5. Give that to me as a fraction. Go. What do we do, Javon?
45.
Somebody, Javon or Cynthia, how do we convert this into
47 over 2.
47 over 2?
Yeah.
Well, I agree with the 47 part. Remember, we keep the denominator. Yeah, one more. What if I have, let's look at problem 1 now. 1/3, see what happens here, divided by 7, guys. What do I do in the fraction when there's no fraction? What do I put it over?
So first we're gonna put the 7 over 1.
Good, okay, let's do it. Help me out.
And then we're gonna change 1/3. I mean, yeah, 1/3 to 3 over 1.
Are we gonna flip the first fraction or we keep it?
We're gonna flip it.
We're going to keep it. We always keep the first fraction, right? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're keeping the first fraction, we keep the first, we change the division to a,
Multiplication.
okay, continue. Now what?
And
Now
then
we flip the second fraction. Always the second. Javon, what's the reciprocal of 7 over 1, Javon? Because Cynthia seems to be the only one doing the heavy lifting here. Javon? I can't hear you. Maybe type it in the chat. Cynthia? 1 over what?
1 over 7.
All right, Javon, stop typing in the chat. 1 over 7. Do we all see that? It's 1 over 7. Do we see that? Okay.
Yeah.
1 over 7. Now, 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is 1.
1. 3 times 7?
21.
21. So we pick the first answer. Make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Should we do more?
Yeah.
Well, we did the other 2. We just did these 2 in class. All right, here we go. All right, next one, number 2. Mr. Dennis had 2/3 of paint poured into 1/8 container. How many containers will we have? We just did this in class.
Okay, so we're gonna do 5 and 5 over 3
You mean
divided
5 over 3?
by 2 over 3 divided by 1 over 5.
Good.
Or 8.
Yeah, it's 8. Sorry, I'm sorry, it's a little small. 2 over 3 divided by 1 over 8. Okay, let's convert it now. So we have 2/3, right? Times what? Flip it. 8 over 1, which is 16 over what?
16 over 1.
Over 3. Convert that by dividing. 16 divided by 3 gives me 5, right?
Mhm.
And you have 1/3 left over. So now you have to ask yourselves, if you have 5 and 1/3, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, here's 5 containers, correct? And there's 1 here, yeah? So
Mhm.
now I have to take that last container that I just drew that's not shaded and divide it into thirds, because there are 3/3 in a whole. One of your classmates said this, right? So now this is container 1, container 2, container 3, container 4, container 5. What would this container be? Would it be the 5th container or starting of the 6th? Because you're using part of it,
Starting with 6.
right? So how many containers would you need?
6.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, how do we do this one? 1/3 divided by 3/4.
We're going to change the 3/4 into, no, yeah, we're going to change the 3/4 into 4 over 3.
Awesome.
We're
Okay,
going
this
to change the
one.
division into multiplication.
Yep.
And then we're going to multiply.
So she said 1/3 divided by 3/4. You change the division to times and you flip this to 4 over 3. What do you now get?
And then that will get 4 over 9.
Good. So you should pick this answer. Does that make better sense? Remember, if I have 7 and 1/3, how do I convert that again? Because it is on your independent practice. Javon, I'm going to show you where it is. It is in your work. It's there, Javon. All right. So we do 7 times 3, which is 21, plus 1 is 22 over 3. Make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to show you, Javon. Okay, Cynthia, you're free to go.
Okay. Do I leave the breakout room and then leave the main section?
Leave the breakout room and go back to the main section. Just hit leave breakout room. And Javon's going to stay with me. Just let Mr. R know, okay?
Okay.
So Javon, you have to unmute yourself so I can help you. Okay, we're going to go to share screen. I'm going to show you where it is. You're going to go to your 602 classroom. It's there. Everyone has it. Independent practice. You see it? Independent practice. It's the top one underneath the announcement. You click it. You click the blue, the pink. And there's the work we just did. Do you see it now? Give me a thumbs up if you got it. Are you good now? So remember, number 1 was 1 here. Number 1 was 1 over 21. Fill it in now. Come on, we got to go to the other room. This one was 6. And this one was 4/9. Go hit submit. 1 over 21, 6, and you should have had 4/9. Hit submit. Did you do it? Yes or no? Yes? All right, hit leave breakout room. Let's go to the main area. Leave breakout room. I'll see you over there. Leave breakout room. You got to go back to the main screen. I'm not the host anymore.
You really left me no bacon. No.
Love the pencil moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. R, how's it looking so far from the students that were back with you?
I'll say I only restarted one, and that's because the student asked me to. But other than that, we're doing good on progress.
Awesome. Just to let you guys know, once we're all done at 2:35, we're gonna have office hours.
Dwight, I restarted your independent practice.
Oh, he needs help, Mr. R? So
Mhm.
should we put him in a breakout room or let him try again? What do you think?
I just started it. He was done pretty early anyway. I would like to see him try again. If not, then we'll put him in a breakout room.
Awesome. Did Javon turn in his independent practice?
Yes, he did. Perfect score.
Good job, Javon.
Shay, what's up? You got a hand? Is that a hand? What's up?
Yeah, I'm done.
We're both? I ready then. You have 7 minutes for I ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna check your exit ticket though. Hold on. Let me check.
Is it 100?
I'm gonna check.
I hope so.
Feliciano. Independent practice. 100 on the independent practice. 10 out of 15 for the exit.
You know what I was noticing, what was tripping them up when I had them in the breakout room was taking a mixed number and converting it to improper.
Maybe we should write down steps for that.
Yeah,
Like a step-by-step sequence. Maybe that will help. Thumbs
maybe.
up guys, if you guys think step-by-step sequence for changing a mixed number into improper fraction will help. Yeah. I got Shay saying yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Should we? I don't want to present the screen and distract their thinking, but during tutoring today, maybe that would be beneficial.
I think Haley needs help. So you guys actually have to are we holding them after? Are we
Well,
doing
we're
that?
going to meet with Mr. Haas for a few minutes, and then we're going to have office hours right after.
Arlena's waiting. We'll let you what? The exit ticket?
Wait,
What?
what happened? What happened to Alana's?
No, what time do your office hours go to? I could jump in after because I wanted to go through the interim. It'll take a little bit of time, but I could come in right after office hours. It's fine. I'm working.
Okay. All right. So we'll do
Or,
that.
like
You want to do it
I'll
at
even
like
just keep
3?
this open.
You want to do it at 3, Mr. Haas?
Sure, and I'll just stay on the Zoom and I'll just be doing other work, until you guys are done.
Okay, yeah, fabulous.
All right.
Arlena's, I'm confused. What's not letting you? Exit ticket?
Oh, she sent you a private message. Okay.
Let me double check. Hold on.
Lorena, how we doing, Lorena? Because you had your thumbs up, so that's why I didn't have you. Good? Okay. Javon, how we doing? Who's in the background with him? There's like a lot of kids there, a lot of people there.
That's Jay Evans.
With the glasses?
I think so, Julia.
I submitted it and it's not finished.
Remember her.
Wait,
Arlena's, I just did it. Try it again.
Alan, you saw Alan's comment, right?
No.
Alan said he submitted it, but it wasn't finished. I might need to do it over again.
I'm only resetting dependent practice, guys, not exit ticket.
What do you mean same?
Independent practice, guys. Independent practice.
The thing is, if you guys aren't writing your work down on paper, you're going to clearly not get them right. You got to write your work on paper. I might need, listen, if you're not writing it down on paper, it's not going to help you because if you just pick any answer and not show your work, you're going to get it wrong, guys. You got to write it down and do the steps we showed you. KCF. You only get one other shot. That's it. Exit ticket, it is what it is. Those that need the extra help will stay right on this Zoom link because we're going to just go right into office hours. I'm going to post the link for those that need to come for the other classes.
The lesson here was kind of boring since I already did most of this stuff in Saturday school.
Okay, well, did you complete both assignments, Daniela?
Yep.
Okay, so then you can work on your iReady for the next 3 minutes. There's a lot of iReady work on fractions, huh?
I was already working on the iReady.
Okay, perfect. Just get your 30 minutes out of the way, even better. Plus, when you did your assessment, you scored very well on fractions, Daniela. So now you got some harder work to do, more at the 7th grade on your iReady.
Miss Ganella, I finished.
Bellis, you finished both?
Yes.
Okay, let me check. Let's see what you did. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see, Isabella. Isabella. All right, Isabella, there was just one that tripped you up, which tripped everybody up, which is okay. We'll go over that. And let's check your exit ticket. And nice job on your exit ticket. You scored a perfect score on your exit ticket. Good for you. Just stay back for a little bit just to clarify up what you got wrong. And then after that, you're free to go. Angie. Same thing with you, Angie. That one question, I know which one tripped you all up on the exit ticket. And Angie. And good job on your independent practice. Haley, I'm waiting for some work. Oh, you submitted something. Haley, definitely please stay back when this class is over so we can review with you. I definitely want to help you and Mr. R. And your
Yeah, response. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I had to run to the door. Sorry about that.
Haley, we're missing your independent work. So you definitely have to stay back for Mr. R and I for the to go over the work, but we need your
I restarted first.
Hmm?
You asked me to restart the independent work, and I did. So I'll send you what she scored, and then you tell me what you think.
Okay, let me see my message. Can you restart? What should I do? What do you mean, what should I do with the whole number when I divide fractions? Oh, so if you have a whole number, remember what we said. If you have 5, to make it a fraction, you put it 5 over 1. 8, 8 over 1. 1,000, 1,000 over 1. The denominator is always over 1, Joseph. Does that answer your question? So, Joseph, if I have 15, how do I make that a fraction?
You put a 1 under it.
So it would become what as the fraction?
15 over 1.
What if I have 2,000?
That would be 2,000 over 1.
Perfect. Now you understand. Awesome. Now take that and apply it to what you need to help on, what you asked for.
Alan, which one you want to restart? I want to do an independent practice. You talking about independent practice? Let me double check.
Wait, no, Haley, you didn't submit your independent work. That's great that you want to do iReady, but you need to complete our assignments first, young lady, okay?
Go ahead, I restarted it. Barry Guzman, I restarted yours. I restarted your independent practice.
I'm just going to post the link up for the kids to come, okay, Mr. R?
Who's Williams?
Heaven, I think.
Make sure she comes, please.
Heaven. I think she had social studies, I think. What did she have last? 601. Do they have science? What do they have last?